Hey guys, welcome back to Main Street Living. Now, Danielle, Cheryl, it's no secret that the pandemic has shifted just about everything in our lives over the last couple of years, of course. And one of the biggest impacts has been in our jobs regarding how we work and why. Here's the reality, right? A record number of Americans, millions actually, they've quit their jobs over the past few months.
Yeah, and at the same time, a record number of Americans have filed paperwork to start new businesses, putting entrepreneurial activity at the highest level since the government started keeping track more than 15 years ago. So, what's this all about, and how can this tidal wave of startups find success? Douglas James coaches entrepreneurs, and he is here to share his insights. Welcome to Main Street Living.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. I'm happy to be here.
I am an entrepreneur myself, so I'm super curious to hear what you have to say about all this. What do you think is fueling this sudden surge in entrepreneurial activity?
Absolutely. I mean, you guys said it, right? Huge surge. So over the past 12 months, we've had about 4.5 million new entrepreneurs enter the space, brand new businesses that open, right? And we consistently see, even without the pandemic, right? Every year over year, every single month, you got 500,000 new businesses open. So I think with the pandemic, obviously coming into our life now, a lot of people want to work from home. You know what? They want that time and freedom. And they're becoming more aware, which is awesome because traditional school systems, right? They're super focused on our intellect, but they're not so much focused on our awareness, right? So we have things today that are available to us. YouTube, social media, right? You go walk down your street. I got 14 restaurants, a dry cleaning service, and dental office, right? How are these people making it? So I think people are really trying to get their time back. The pandemic was actually a blessing in disguise. I mean, we're on a video call right now. A lot more people are using Zoom, working from home, and they're making it happen. So
Yeah, the internet gives and the internet takes away, but I mean, it depends on how you're using it, definitely. And I think that there's been a lot of great improvements. So, my question here is, do you have to be born with this or can you learn it? Are some people just wired to be entrepreneurs, or are there skills that anyone can learn to be successful at this?
yeah, I think it's a great question, and I think it really goes back to just understanding the basics, right? We're all born with primal instincts. We're all human beings, right? We're all hardwired for survival, okay, and that's not our fault, right? But there's a very few people, percentages of people that actually understand that and are actually able to go beyond their hardwiring and actually say, hey, I want more in life. I need to figure something out, right? So I think that to answer your question, all of these skills and these ideas and this mindset is totally trainable. And understanding the fact that where you're at now does not mean where you have to end up where you want to be, right? You want to obviously humble yourself, and understand, hey, I don't have all the answers, right? I need to go figure this out, seek counsel, get some training, and do what I got to do to get where I want to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Who can I learn from? Absolutely.
Yes, and I completely agree with that. I know I've got so much to learn as a small business owner myself, but I also think I was kind of born to be wired like this, to have
I
variety in
think
my
she
life.
was too. She's a
Yes, to
Capricorn.
have some of that freedom and not feel all boxed in. So I'm glad that we're talking about this today. Now, if somebody is dreaming about finally starting the business, because it's scary to
Mhm.
start. You don't know where to start. How do you begin?
Yeah, I get this. I get asked this a lot, and really, what it comes down to, it's not the sexiest answer. Uh, take action. Get out there, and make it happen. But what I would more strategically consider the circle of people that you're around. Right? Are those people really thriving in life and in business? Right? For me personally, as an example, I used to be I was in the Navy for 10 years. Right? So a lot of my friends, we were all talking about the Navy stuff, but we'd also go to the bar and do things that weren't necessarily building our side project or our side passion. Right. So if I wanted to, as soon as I became a business owner and entrepreneur, I started to look around the people I was hanging with. I'm like, I love all these people, but they're not conducive to a thriving environment if I'm trying to do this online or build this business or have this impact on the world. So I'd really consider who your circle of people are. What are your habits as well, right? We spend a lot of time, watching movies and Netflix, and hey, all that stuff is great. But there comes a time where you really need to sacrifice and really look at your day-to-day stuff and like build in the time to make it happen. Right. So I would really create space and remove things that are not serving you and fill that space with things that are serving you so that you can get your time back so that you can build what you're trying to build.
Mm.
Yeah. And I think that another issue that a lot of people run into is there's so many hours in a day, right? And we say everybody has the same 24, but that's not necessarily true. So what are some tips you can give to new business owners to kind of grow and promote their businesses?
Absolutely. The first thing I would probably do is, if there's somewhere you want to be, find somebody that's already there. Okay. Getting a coach or a mentor is the fastest way to get success. I mean, if you look at all of the greats, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, we can talk about all these athletes and Fortune 500 CEOs. They all had mentors. They all had coaches, so finding somebody that's where you want to be is probably the fastest way to success. And getting the answers that you simply don't have to because you haven't gone through the grind of decades trying to figure it out, right? I'd say also getting comfortable on camera is really important, right? 80% of all online sales starts with a video. Whether you like it or not, or
Wow.
think so or not, you're watching a video 80% of the time before you make a purchase online. So that tells you that people want to be consuming video content. People like watching videos, all right? So considering putting out content on Facebook, YouTube, even TikTok,
Oh,
right?
it's huge. It's so addicting.
Yeah, it is, right? Understanding who your customer is and where they hang out online is really important. And utilizing those social media platforms effectively, running ads, putting content, ungated content that people don't have to pay for is really helpful as well.
Yeah, very good advice there. And we're going to wrap it up, but how can people learn more and get in touch with you?
Absolutely. My main website is thedouglasjames.net. You can also find me on Instagram at _Douglas James. Look forward to seeing you.
Absolutely.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me. It was awesome.
All right, Douglas James. Cheryl, we're going to have to get you on TikTok ASAP. That is my goal for this year. But coming up, if you have been spending a lot of time at home, maybe it's time to get outside and take a hike. We have some great trails for you coming up right here on Main Street Living.